The F1 silly season, it's in full swing. The biggest deal has just gone through potentially. And I will say, although it's silly season, perhaps this is the most sensible deal we have seen all season long. Welcome back to F1 Reviews, and today we're going to quickly talk about Pierre Gasly moving from Toro Rosso to Red Bull, a move that has been pretty obvious, let's be honest, since Daniel Ricciardo announced he'll be leaving Red Bull at the end of the season and moving to Renault. Like I say, the only real candidate for this seat was Gasly. There was a few outsider options, maybe Esteban Ocon, Stoffel Van Dorn, Kimi Raikkonen and Fernando Alonso were also thrown in there, but with no real thought behind them. They were just sort of names chucked into the hat, whereas Gasly was a sensible option for the team. We'll go through why in a second, but ultimately he's got the seat. So it doesn't matter, speculation out the window now. Tonight it's been announced that Pierre Gasly will drive for Red Bull next season. Right, let's jump straight into why this is a sensible move. Firstly, he's part of that Red Bull Young Driver Academy, and Red Bull love promoting from within, and it's something they've always done as a team, except in the very early days of their formation as a team. Since, Mark Webber came to the team, every driver since then, apologies if I'm forgetting someone, but I don't think I am, every driver since then, Vettel, Ricciardo, Verstappen, have all come through that young driver program. They've also seen the likes of Danny Kvyat. Forgot about him. He's gone very quickly, hasn't he? But yes, Danny Kvyat also came up through the young driver program. Gasly was the next man in line. Brendan Hartley, bless him, he tries, but he's not quite that star quality that Gasly supposedly is. I don't think he's quite the Max Verstappen-esque yet, but he's still new to F1. It's still his first full season of Formula 1. And to get a big move, a big money move, a big career move like this is fantastic for him. And for me, he's been one of the unsung heroes of this season, one of the better performers in my opinion. Anyway, promoting from within, like I say, is what Red Bull would love to do and keep doing if they keep hold of this Toro Rosso team. Dietrich Mateschitz, the owner of Red Bull, loves promoting from within, and the big man himself, Dr. Helmut Marko, the man who runs the Red Bull Young Driver program, he loves it. He absolutely loves it when one of his young boys can get up on that top step on the podium, knowing that he was the guy who got them there. And so yeah, this makes sense. The second big point, the second huge point. Next season, Red Bull are going to be partnered with Honda. You can see on Gasly's top there, Red Bull, Honda. Well, he's going to have that again next season. This season, Toro Rosso, where Gasly is now, they've had Honda engines. So, a lot of Honda's feedback has been going through Gasly this season. Apparently, Hartley has been very, very good with updates, feedback with that engine. But Gasly's got to play a part with that as well. And he is definitely one of the best drivers placed to give Red Bull feedback on that engine, considering he already has a base to build on. And so I'm sure that was a factor. But also, Gasly's been partnered with Honda themselves for 2 years now. This year, like I say, it's with Toro Rosso Honda. But before that, last year, before he joined F1 at the very end of the season, he was right in there in Japanese Super Formula with Honda. So he knows exactly what he's doing with that team. He's very, very, very well integrated to the Honda system. And yes, he's a Red Bull driver, but I think arguably you could say he's a Honda driver. Honda don't really have any young drivers. Yes, there's a few drivers in lower categories that Honda are linked to, but not like Red Bull are, Mercedes are, McLaren are. So I think for them, this is the perfect partnership. Gasly being in that Red Bull. And I think as well, I'd love to know people's thoughts on this. Is Gasly going to act as a rear gunner for Max Verstappen? Is he going to be that number 2? I think that's probably what Red Bull are expecting. But when Ricciardo came into Red Bull, everyone sort of expected him to be a number 2 behind Sebastian Vettel. So I think that's going to be a really interesting dynamic between Max Verstappen and Pierre Gasly. If you didn't know as well, the other front runner for this seat a couple of weeks ago was Carlos Sainz. He has gone to McLaren for next season, and that is why he was completely out of the running of this video and the seat. Let's get that clear. It's been a long day. I didn't expect news to come out this late. So this video is going to be pretty quick and concise, but we'll just do a quick little look into the future and what this move means for the rest of the grid. And to be honest, not a lot. If I'm being totally honest, I could ramble on and waffle on for another 5 minutes talking about how this seat limits seats for other drivers, but I think realistically, we all expected Gasly to go here, so it's not huge, but I think the big thing that comes out of this, yes, it's now Red Bull are sorted, but also that Toro Rosso now definitely have a seat, and there is no Red Bull young drivers that can fill that seat. So that is now the big question mark that comes out of today. But really, it's something we knew that was going to happen. This move, I'm glad it's done. I'm glad it's sorted before Spa. This weekend, we're back. F1 is back. We're back in Belgium, a track I love. I'm going to be talking about that all this week. I've got a very fantastic surprise on Wednesday. So hopefully you guys can look forward to that. Tomorrow is Let's Talk F1. And I've got a few other things planned for this week with a brand new game coming out on Friday and a return to an old series that I used to love and I think you guys loved as well. But it's late. I'll let you all get to bed. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next one.